Hey guys, so I decided to make a Smash editing tutorial for people who don't necessarily know how to start editing Smash or what they need or what they should be doing. And I wanted to make this guide slash tutorial for people who are interested in making the type of montages that I make. This will be a multi-part series guide for how I go through the process of making a video from scratch to finish. Not necessarily going into effects and everything, but just the basic fundamentals you'll need to make your own Smash videos. So let's get started. Before you even think about wanting to start recording videos, you want to make sure you go over to options and go down to sound and make sure your music is set to 0. Sound effects and voices are totally fine. They can be left alone. But you want to get rid of your music because we're going to be adding our own music into the montages, and if you have music overlapping, it won't work. So you need to make sure you record without any music. Alright, now that that's done, there are 2 ways that you can record Smash. I'll go through the cheaper version first, which would be going to your vault, going to replays, going to replay data, and here you're going to go to the clip that you want to record from your replays. And what you're going to need for this version is you're going to need to buy a micro SD card and a micro SD card adapter, because the Switch only takes micro SD. If your computer can accept micro SD cards, that's great, then you don't need the adapter, but most likely you will need the adapter. So just double check for that. You'll need one or both of them. I'll show where on screen here you'll need to put it into your Switch. Once you put the micro SD card into your Switch, you'll come here into the replays, and then you'll select the one you want, and you'll hit convert to video. For this one, I guess it doesn't matter if you have the music turned off or not, but for the second method you will need to have the music turned off. But for this, it's fine because you can do not insert the music, which will take it out even if you have music turned on. Sound effects, leave. Video quality, put it to pretty. And info, you can choose if you want to display or not to display. It's basically just the percentages and the little square that appears at the top corner when someone goes off the screen really far. So you can have that on or off if you want. And then go down to OK. And let's just title this something appropriate. So as soon as you boot up the replay, it'll do the 3, 2, 1, go, and it will pause it at the very beginning, and it says convert to video. So at the very beginning, at the bottom left, you can see it says record for A, so I'm going to hit A, which now means it's not recording. Because you don't want to record too much, it's just a waste of space. I recommend you start the recording about 5 seconds before and 5 seconds after the clip happens in the video. And before we even start playing the recording, at the right side you can see it says hide display, and it says X and then down on the D-pad because I'm using a GameCube controller. So I'm going to hold X and hit down so that the display is gone because we don't want that. And I'm going to hit start so that it starts playing. And I'm going to wait until it gets to the part where I know the clip is, and about 5 seconds before I'm going to hit A to start recording, let the clip play, and then about 5 seconds after I'll hit A again to stop the recording. So we'll wait till we get there. Okay, so I know that the clip happens at the beginning of this stock, so I'm going to hit A to record. Here's the clip. Boom, done. Alright, now give it some time to breathe after, and hit A again. So now at the bottom right you can see the little section that's been recorded, and it's just going to play through the rest of the replay, and we'll come back to it after it's done. You can also, instead of waiting for the replay to end, you can hit pause and left right A start to exit, and then it'll still save the replay. But that's only if it's still playing. If it's at the end, I'm pretty sure you can't pause the game. And if you're not sure if the replay actually saved or not, back out, and we'll back out again, and we'll go down to video, and it should be here. Subscribe. Perfect. So we'll watch it just to show what recorded. So this is what actually recorded. Okay, there we go. So that's the first method of recording, which is the method I personally don't recommend, but it is the cheaper way to record. The second way to record is with a capture card, one that you can buy any type of capture card. I personally use the Elgato. I've used that all of Smash 4 and now for Smash Ultimate. It's really good. I would recommend buying them. Not sponsored. Elgato, if you want to sponsor me, that'd be sick. But all you need to do for recording with the capture card, if you have one, I'm sure you probably know how it works, how your specific one works. All you would do is you would open up the replay just normally. You don't need to convert to video. You can just open up the replay regularly. And then when the match starts, make sure you hide the display. And then when the time's right, you hit record on your capture card and then stop the recording when you need to. And that's pretty much it. The nice thing about this is I will show on screen the difference in quality for a capture card and what the micro SD records in the Nintendo Switch. The Switch says it records at 720 60 FPS, which it's technically correct, but the bitrate is really low. I guess Nintendo did it to save a lot of space for recordings, which I don't know why they didn't offer a toggle feature for you to use up more space but have higher quality. So the quality that they have for the videos is really low and not recommended if you want to be making montages for editing purposes, and not if you're trying to showcase clips, you know, use whatever one. And I personally don't think it matters, but if you're doing it for the sake of editing to make, you know, something aesthetic, highly recommend getting a game capture device. Because the difference is extremely noticeable once you have them side by side. Once you've turned off your Switch and taken the SD card out, put it into your computer and it should show up as a USB drive. Mine's right here, and what you need to do is you need to go into the Nintendo folder, album, extra, whatever this is. This is the year you recorded it, the month, and the day that you recorded it. And it will be titled with some real long name, but I don't like that, so I'm just gonna rename it to make it easier to know what it is. If you have a bunch of recordings, you might need to go through them and change the titles, because they'll all just be titled with really long numbers and codes or whatever. And then once you open it, it'll be right here, and you can see what you recorded. There we go. So once you have that recorded, you can bring that to your desktop or put it wherever you need it. Doesn't matter, as long as you know where it is. And then from there, you just take your clip and you open it up into your preferred editing software. I personally use After Effects, and that's what I will be using in the future when I go more in depth with how to sync the clips or how to place them in there and how to edit them. So if you're looking for something like Sony Vegas, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be going over that because I don't use that anymore. If you use Premiere, you'll most likely be able to take what I do in After Effects and apply it into there because they're similar. I'm not entirely sure how similar, I just know that they're not too different. But any other program like Sony Vegas or whatever else you may use, I'm sorry, but I'm only going to be exclusively using After Effects for future videos. And if this video helped you in any way, I would appreciate it if you guys could like and subscribe, show some support for the series. Hopefully it can do very well and get word out there on how to edit videos like this, because I know there's not a lot of information on how to make Smash montages. A lot of people usually just kind of watch some tutorials here and there and try and figure it out on their own, but I want to be able to make this more common and hopefully bring some more people into this type of content, because it's really fun. I personally find it really fun, and hopefully you guys do too. So see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.